Hey everybody, welcome to AircraftIQ. I'm Bill.
Hey, I'm Brad.
This is Brad, and in future videos you'll learn more about us and AircraftIQ as a company, but today we wanted to introduce you to the platform, and Brad's going to give you a little demo of what AircraftIQ can do. AircraftIQ is a platform built for owners, partners, flight schools, clubs, and maintainers to make aircraft ownership and maintenance easier, saving you time, saving you money, and hopefully freeing your mind of all the maintenance hassle so you can have more fun flying. So with that, let's demo AircraftIQ. So one of the first things we're going to demo is the foundation of AircraftIQ, which is very easily logging times after a flight. So we're going to update the times on this beautiful Cardinal, and Brad's going to just screen record the platform on his phone and show you how it works.
Yeah, so we just got back from this flight. We've already buttoned up the airplane for the most part. I'm screen recording now. So, all right, you can see my screen now. So all I'm gonna do is grab the times off the airplane. You can see this is the calendar view that we're looking at right now on my phone. You can see I have this reservation in here from noon to 3 p.m. That reservation has already been dispatched, so you can see it's got the hobs out and the tack out times. This is an example of how this system would be used with a flight school or a flying club, which is what this airplane is. So if I go all the way over to my flight times here, I can see my ending times. All I have to do is put in the ending times. So it's 4926.5 and 3863.1. Didn't add any flight or any oil at the beginning of the flight, so we hit complete flight. And here's the invoice now. So this invoice is for 1.9 hours of hobs, 1.4 hours of tack. This particular airplane bills on the tack, so we can just bill that right on through. There's $140. Now, I don't have this account set up with our payment processing system yet, so I'm just going to save it as a draft. But when I do that, it will auto-complete the times. So if I go back to the airplane's times here, you can see the current meters have updated, the tack times have updated, everything like that. And if I go back, because I'm the owner of this airplane, if I go back to my dashboard here, you can see they've updated here. All of my tracked maintenance is updated, all of my airworthiness directives, VOR checks overdue. So I could add that now if I wanted to. Let's actually do that. Do a quick VOR check here. Go to my maintenance tracking here. So this is the maintenance tracking screen. It shows a little more detail for all of the different things that are tracked. I don't have ELT battery replacement configured yet for this airplane, just because I haven't gotten around to setting it up. I've been too busy building this here app instead of using it myself. So we'll do this. Go. Okay, there's the successful VOR check. All I have to do now is hit add compliance. This is every 30 days. It was completed today. This was the SNA VOT type check, CDI error of 0 degrees on both of them. This will let me know 7 days beforehand that the VOR check's coming due. I hit record compliance, and boom, just like that, the VOR check is done. So that's it. While I was sitting here looking at my airplane's final times and billing and things like that for this flight, I realized that was needing to be done. So that's just been done. And you can see I've got the hours log here for all the other flights that we've done and all the testing that we've done and everything like that. So all of that's available. And then I have my maintenance history here. It'll show me all the entries for May, for squawks, for VOR check. You can see that VOR check entry was just recorded in there. You don't actually have to record that as part of your legally required maintenance tracking, but I have it set up to record more rather than less. So you can see I've got all sorts of different information in here, oil change times and baggage door springs replacing squawks and things like that. So more info the better. And I can always sort this by category instead of by chronological if I prefer. So you can see here's the last 30 annual entries from this airplane's history if I wanted to go back and look at the times that these were done and things like that. So
Hey Brad, while we're here looking at the plane at a very noisy, busy airport, one of the things that separates AircraftIQ from other maintenance tracking solutions is the maintainer connection. So I don't know if there's something that you noticed on this flight that you would want to add as a squawk as the owner.
Yeah.
But let's see if you've got one, great. if you don't have one, maybe make a common one up that we can show what actually happens when you log a squawk and then say we want to share it with your primary maintainer.
Yeah, so one that we're having on this airplane right now is the cowl flap handle's a little bit stiff. We actually are, you can kind of see it's a little stiff right now, so I want to make a note of that. That's not a grounding item, but I want to make sure that we address it the next time that the airplane is in maintenance. So I'm going to say cowl flap handle is stiff. I'm going to say there's no notes on this, it's not a grounding squawk. I'm going to defer it. Now I'm going to notify both of our maintainers here. Add squawk, boom, that's it. And if I go to the squawks page, you can see the other one that I have in here is the front seats need work, which boy do they ever at this point. my poor front seats, my poor instructors. So I have both of those here in the app already, so the next time the airplane goes in for 100 hour, both of those will get dealt with. Or I can even add them as a maintenance event now. If I wanted my mechanic to come out and take care of it before the next one, I can request a quote from him to come do it or schedule it if we've already talked about it or things like that.
All right, so let's say just for demo purposes, the seat, you know, we've got a hot date and we want the plane to look really nice, and that seat, we want that to get taken care of outside of another scheduled maintenance event.
Yeah.
How can you get a quote for that to determine if that's worth doing beforehand?
Yeah, so I can hit the request quote button right here. In my deferred squawks, the front seats need work. I'll add that one as my item. Now, I love my mechanic, he's wonderful, but I don't want to burden him with an unnecessary notification right now. So I'm not going to send it to him, but I'm going to use my own fake maintenance shop as the example. So there's my fake maintenance shop. I could also search by radius. So because the airplane's at home right now, I don't actually really need to. But if I wanted to take it to some interior shop somewhere else, I could put in a radius for this particular event, and it will show me all of the shops within however many miles I select that have maintainer accounts on AircraftIQ, or maybe even some that don't. And I can send a quote request to all of those for this work. But for now, I'm just going to send it to myself.
And a little note, early adopters of AircraftIQ, that solution is being built out right now. So you won't find too many shops yet, but they are in the process of all being onboarded.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. Here's the notes for maintainers. I'm going to say owner will provide seat covers. There we go. And I'm going to hit request quote. And boom, there it is. Now I have the quote request out. And if I go back to my dashboard here, you can see I have the quote details right there. So as soon as the responses come in on this quote, I'll be able to see that. I'll get an email notification when all the responses have been received, whether people are quoting it to do it or they're saying, you know, hey, we're not interested. Once everybody's responded, those quote requests will be available to me, or the responses will be available to me. I'll get an email showing me everything like that. And then I'll be able to approve or deny, select whichever one I want, and that will be automatically converted to a scheduled maintenance. Noisy airport.
All right. Thank you, Brad, for that early look into AircraftIQ.
Sure thing. We're excited. We hope you're just as excited as we are for this.